I'm not sure if I ever introduced my own husband before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. As we were driving over here, it occurred to me, it used to be, especially shortly after my father's arrest, as I was traveling the country kind of speaking about his case, I always used to look at life as, two different periods, before he was arrested and after. And obviously how drastically things changed after. And I realized today that I've actually been married to my husband for nearly as long as, or maybe even longer, the number of years than it was after my dad's arrest and before I met him. And we were just talking about how getting older and the passage of time really sort of warps your own perception of time. But I think joining our family, he's really understood and has been able to learn firsthand what it's like to go through an experience like this. And we wanted him to come tonight and to speak from the perspective of a Muslim scholar and to give some words about the concept of justice in Islam and the importance of speaking out and defending those who've been unjustly accused. Jonathan Brown is the Walid bin Talal Chair of Islamic Civilization in the School of Foreign Service at Georgetown University, and he's the director of the Center for Muslim-Christian Understanding. He received his BA in History from Georgetown in 2000 and his doctorate in Near Eastern Language and Civilizations from the University of Chicago in 2006. His most recent book, Misquoting Muhammad, The Challenges and Choices of Interpreting the Prophet's Legacy, was named one of the top books on religion in 2014 by The Independent.
Risk of upsetting my wife, I'm actually not going to talk about any of that. I had originally a really good joke, but I feel just terrible now. I was going to say that they brought me because it was otherwise going to be an all non-white male panel. That's a pretty good joke. Anyway, it's. I guess I would actually say that the reason I'm here speaking is because I'm actually kind of like your target audience. People sometimes who meet me here and they say, "Oh, Professor Brown, you really have such good politics, so courageous," and that's just complete, horseradish. I remember one of the first discussions I had with Layla's dad. It was about, I was saying Ronald Reagan was the greatest president. He was didn't agree with me on that. I think we were already married. Otherwise, maybe he wouldn't have agreed to marry her. But my point is that, if you told me, let's say when we got married in 2010, if you told me in 2010 all the stuff that you've heard today, I just wouldn't have believed you. I would say, no, this is the United States. That's like other, Saudi consulate, whatever, other countries, they do this stuff. It doesn't happen here. No, we don't have it. Stuff doesn't happen here. And when you realize it does happen here, it really pisses people off. I mean, it really, very quickly outrages people when they really get what's happening. Right? When you really make them understand. It doesn't take long for someone to start seeing things differently. And a lot of times whenever I hear these testimonies or think about a lot of my family, I usually just feel a lot of shame because when Layla's dad was arrested, I don't know if I think I told you this before, but if not, it'll be an interesting evening. When he was arrested, one of my friends, another Muslim guy, he's in law school, and we were talking about the case, and this is long before I knew Layla. He said, I read the charges, he's definitely guilty, And it wasn't until I talked to Layla's dad and understood how the government works that the stuff they say you did when they announced your indictment is not even they think you did that. They know they can't prove this stuff. They'll say, he ate 5 babies and punched 10 homeless people and killed 50 puppies and did all this stuff. And they know it's not true, it doesn't matter. Later they just superseded another indictment. But they just put this out there in the media, and what people do, they just accept it. I just accepted it. My lawyer friend just accepted it. And when I realized how this works, it's actually really liberating, because I just don't believe anything the government says about people at all. And by the way, that's your constitutional common law obligation as well, because it's their obligation to prove someone's guilty, not your obligation to believe the government when they say something about somebody. Right? I actually am optimistic, very optimistic, because, until, when was the Ferguson thing, like 2014? This is really embarrassing. If you told me in 2014, that the police in America just shoot young black men for no reason, I was like, that's not true, that's ridiculous. No, I'm sure they did something wrong. Obviously, you're a criminal or something. I mean, you would just shoot somebody for no reason. That doesn't happen in this country, it happens in other countries. And I think it was maybe after the 20th video or whatever that happening, I realized, actually, this does happen, right? And mind you, I'm Muslim. I've been Muslim for over 20 years or something. And family, my family is Layla's family. So I know about, it's not like I'm unaware of this stuff. But I didn't understand what happened to young black men until I saw God knows how many of these videos. Now, the reason why it makes me optimistic is because all you need to do is to have people be skeptical of their government. Which is, by the way, exactly what Americans are supposed to do. I mean, we don't have to read much about the American Revolution, the Constitution, and everything to realize that, questioning the right of others to hold authority over us and to have the government have their way with us is, part of American political rights. So a lot of times, I think this one scholar, Aaron Kanani, he wrote, that the war on Muslim civil liberties, not on civil liberties, the war on Muslim civil liberties in America was started by George W. Bush. It was made legal by Barack Obama, but I'm actually very optimistic that it's going to sort of peak and then start on its downslope under Donald Trump. Because, when you were during Obama years, God knows what it was like during the Bush time. During Obama years, I always felt really stressed out about my father-in-law, Layla's name, the fact that there's all these FBI cars sitting outside our house all the time, running their stupid engines constantly, like me shoveling snow or mowing the lawn next to them. But I always felt I felt ashamed by this and nervous, and now this is just kind of gives me street cred. This is the kind of stuff, this is like the currency of resistance in Trump's America. Now people believe you when you say somebody got killed for no reason. People believe you when you say this person was targeted by unfair government policies. People go to the airport when they hear about this Muslim ban, right? This is a big difference. And it's sort of unfortunate that it has to happen because our president's like a xenophobic ass. But that's one of the upsides of this is that anybody who doesn't like the Trump administration is very happy now to listen to Muslims in a way that they wouldn't have before. So now is the time that we really need to try and communicate to all the other Jonathan Browns out there and Jonathan what's it, female version of me or whatever, communicate to them. Communicate to them what we have to say, what someone like me has learned about how it's time now to really try and maybe turn back the clock or dial back a lot of these measures and to release some of these people from the insanely unfair and unjust and totally baseless sentences that they've received. Does that come up with that?